Hello, welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new here. My name is Dani and today it's time for September M&M's TBR. If you're new to the M&M's TBR, this is a game that I play every month to pick the books that I'm going to read the following month. The rules are very simple. I pick two M&M's for each book. The first one, the color goes on the top, the arrow goes on the top, and the second one, the arrow goes on the side, and whatever prompt I get, I have to pick a book to read that following month. Before I go into September, let's see how I did in August. Today is August 19th, so I still have quite a bit of the month to go, but I actually kind of finished the whole TBR, or I can at least finish by the end of the month. The prompts that I had for August were favorite author, which I'm reading Yumi and the Nightmare Painter by Brandon Sanderson for that. I'm going to finish it today or by the end of the month for sure. Then we had continue series, which I put a few different options, and I can still read Prayer for the Crown Child, which is a very short novella, or I can read a sequel to a graphic novel by the end of the month, and I'm also going to complete that. And then I had Pet Peak, which was the only one left, and I did read it. We had a classic, which was the War of the Worlds, and I DNF'd it, so I'm counting it. And graphic novel, I had the Tea Dragon Society, which I read, and like I said, I could read the sequel to this graphic novel to count for a continued series. So it was actually a really good month, but also I only picked 5 books. Usually I pick 6 just to give me some options, a few more options. And I'm going to still do that this month. I'm going to pick 6, but this month I'm going to be traveling for 10 days. I'm not going to have a lot of time to read for sure, but I will bring books. So we'll see what I get from the M&Ms and what I want to bring for the trip. One book that I would love to try to fit here on the CBR is the book club pick for the Patreon, which I just did an announcement, so if I missed it, check it out. But I'm starting a Patreon in September. Well, it's already open now, but the first book is going to be September, and it is the Amazon Far Reaches collection. I'm kind of counting it as one book, but we'll see how the M&Ms go. It's 6 short stories, so maybe I should count them separately. I don't know, but I'm counting them as one book, so if I can fit here somewhere in some way, I will do that. Before we start, let's replace the prompt from last month, the last one from last month, and we're going with 4+ word title. Last month I did the M&M's TBR with M&M donuts and it was so much fun, but this month we're back with the regular M&Ms and we can start. I also mentioned that I was going to switch the prompts for the color prompts, but I didn't do that yet. We'll see for next month maybe with my trip, maybe not, but we'll just hope we're not gonna get any of the ones that I cannot complete because I don't have any books left from that time. So the first M&M for the first book is red. Second M&M for the first book is orange. Oh, fun, and we got horror. I have a few horror books that I could put here, let me think. Okay, so the book that I'm going to pick for horror is Little Eve by Catriona Ward. I think this is horror. I'm not completely sure, but it won't be until I read it. So it says here apparently it's about a clan in the coast of Scotland. They're preparing to bring about the end of the world and its imminent rebirth. So apparently something's coming and one of them is going to get the powers and Little Eve, I guess, wants it. I have no really idea what to expect from it, but it sounds creepy. And I've read from Catriona Ward before. I didn't like the last house on Needless Street, but I want to give the author a second shot. So this is the first one on the TBR. Let's replace the prompt with oh my god, A to Z author. First M&M for the second book is blue. Second M&M for the second book is oh my god, one got stuck. Orange. And I got a new release. Okay, so for a new release, I'm going to put one that I thought about putting for horror, but it fits here, so perfect. And it is Dead of Winter by Darcy Coates. I haven't read anything by this author before, but I saw that a lot of people are reading this and really enjoying it, so I want to give it a shot. I have no idea. I think they're going to get stuck on rocky, snowy mountains and stuff's going to go wrong. That's all I need to know, really. So I'm going to put this for new release, but I am going to receive a few pre-orders in September, I think, in the end of September. One of them is The Hexologists by Josiah Bancroft, so maybe I will swap for that, but I'm really excited to read this one as well, so this one is going to TBR. Let's replace the prompt. And we got a standalone. Well, we didn't get it. We're going to put it on the board. The first M&M for the third book is red again. The second M&M for the third book is green. And I got Thriller. Guys, we're starting the spooky season early this year. And for Thriller, I don't know if this is really just a thriller or more of a mystery, but I think it could count for both genres. I'm going to put Everyone in My Family Has Killed Someone. This has been on so many TBRs, and for August, it was one of the options for pet pick, and I still really do want to read it. It is one of the options that I wanted to pick for the end of the month still, but I'm going to put it on September's TBR. I think this would be a good one to take for the trip because it sounds humorous, but it's still thrilling, I guess. So I'm excited for this. Oh, I didn't say what this is about because I don't know. I'm just gonna read the first little paragraph here. Everyone in my family has killed someone. Some of us, the high achievers, have killed more than once. I'm not trying to be dramatic, but it is the truth. Some of us are good, others are bad, and some just unfortunate. I think it's going to be funny, and again, a lot of people have been really enjoying this, and I've been wanting to read this for so long, so it's on September TBR. Let's try to get some fantasy or sci-fi here, right? So let's replace this prompt. Match close to the cover. Oh, that would be fun. The first M&M for the fourth book is red again. Oh my god. Second M&M for the fourth book is blue. Again? No, that's a new one. And it is Kindle, which is not only perfect to travel with, because I'm going to bring my Kindle anyway, but also for the book club pick, which are all the short stories from the Far Reaches collection. I was going to read that anyway, so I'm really happy to fit this on the TBR, but they're all on Kindle Unlimited, so I'm definitely going to read them on Kindle. There's no physical option. There is an audiobook option, but I'm going to read it on Kindle, and it is perfect for this one. Let's replace the prompt. And we got Element. 2 more books. So the first M&M for the fifth book is blue. I'm not getting a lot of variety today. So the second M&M for the fifth book is orange. Again? Again, okay. And it is Standalone, which I just put on the board. Let me think. Okay, so for Standalone, I'm going to pick a Brazilian book called Torturado. In English, it's going to be published, I don't know if it was already, as Crooked Plow. It is a historical fiction, magical realism about a time of slavery in Brazil, or just like right after slavery had been abolished, and like what that meant for the family that we're following here. And I have the audiobook for this one as well, so I think it's going to be a good one to listen to probably. It's an intense read, but I've been wanting to read this as well, and it is a standalone as far as I know. It won a bunch of prizes, so I'm very excited to get to this one. Let's replace the prompt with... There are a lot of prompts here. What is this? Young adult. That's the last book, and we have no fantasy so far. What's happening? But okay, so the first M&M for the last book is orange. Second M&M for the last book is brown. And it is random color. This prompt is so much fun. It gives me zero control, but I love it. So what this means is that I'm going to grab a random color generator on Google, and whatever color I get, I have to pick a book that has that color, or that is majority that color on the cover. Okay, so it starts with this mustard yellow, and I'm glad we're not doing this one, but let's refresh. Pink. Oh, it's like a lavender purple. I'm going to take a screenshot so I can put the image here and try to get a book that matches this color. You know which book would be perfect? this one. It's like literally almost the color, but this is the last book in the Puppy War, and I have not read the second one yet, so I cannot put this one. I grabbed a bunch of books that I think could fit this color. So I think the one that maybe fits the most is Battle of the Linguist Mages. It's mostly purple with pink, so I guess the lavender... It's not even lavender, let me check again. It's like a violet color, so I think this fits very well. Atomic Anna, I think this one is more red than purple, so no, I'm going to skip this one. Then we have The Obelisk Gate, which is the second one in Broken Earth, which I should be reading. And I think it has enough purple and violet to match the color. Going Postal is another one that I think it's more purple, like it's darker purple, but it's very purple, so I think it fits well as well. Where It Rains in Color by Denise Crittenden. It has a lot of colors in it, but it's mostly like a purple pink, so also, but I think it has more colors than this one, so maybe no. And In the Lives of Puppets, I grabbed this one, but then I don't think it fits at all. I think the best options are between these three. The one that I should read is The Obelisk Gate, so maybe I'll try to do that in September. But knowing how much I have already going on in the month, we'll see. But I'm going to try to go for one of this. I'm going to put Obelisk Gate as a placeholder for this one, but I'll try to grab a purple book to read in the month. So these are the books on my TBR for September. It's really not too bad, especially with a lot of thrillers and horror and like just type of books that I read faster than usual. Obelisk Gate would be the one that takes the longest. But I also have the 6 short stories for the Amazon for Riches collection for Patreon. So let's see if I can do it. And the Brazilian book, I'm going to listen to the audiobook, so that also helps to dilute all of that in my time during September. I'm really excited, starting up the spooky season early, so hopefully I'll have some spooky recommendations for you when it comes to Halloween time. Let me know if you read any of this and what you thought about them and if you think I'm going to like them. But I really hope you enjoyed this video. Remember to like and subscribe, and thank you so much for joining me. Bye!